Yeah, everybody remembers this guy. Teenager, bitten by a radioactive spider, amazing powers, web shooters,
Pew! Pew!
jumps through
Pew!
building to building, saving lives. Those were the good old days, right?
You serious?
Yeah, needless to say, Spider-Man's taken a few hits in the past couple decades or so.
Huh?
Don't believe me? Let's do a little tally here. There was a clone saga that went on and on forever, to inconsequential deaths where someone was brought back after being dead, to cringeworthy storylines that were questionable in taste. This wasn't to say there weren't other storylines that were great on paper, it's just that some of them failed to land in some instances too, as well. Be honest, you thought I was really going to use the other clip, didn't you? No, not really. Now, I could needlessly rant about how much I dislike how Spider-Man is used these days, but I don't want to be that guy. I'd love to be the guy that can at least come up with some fresh ideas and see what else can really work in this day and age with Spider-Man. Well, for starters, who is Peter Parker? Is he still the 15-year-old teenager after all this time? Or has he grown to an adult and now has a job, a life, wife and kids? It seems that Marvel struggles back and forth with keeping him single and making him happy, making him suffer and lose everything. And I think this needs to be addressed. Now, I'm fully aware of the Marvel Comics storyline Gang War, featuring Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Daredevil, and many others. This being a street-level storyline. This I very much like in this fashion. I'm also aware of Jonathan Hickman's use of Spider-Man in the Marvel Comics Ultimate Universe. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I do know that this features a Spider-Man that's much older. So that leaves me with the dilemma: what kind of Spider-Man do I want to take on? What would work in my case for this Spider-Man?
Back to formula.
Yes, back to formula. You heard it here. Let's revisit the very thing that made both Peter Parker and Spider-Man one and the same. Let's revisit the moment that he was bitten by the spider.
How?
What if we did a storyline that revolved Peter never having been bitten by the spider? What if someone else took the spider instead? And, to top things off, what if someone killed 15-year-old Peter Parker?
What?
Angry! Angry! Push me!
Okay, I get it. The level of hate is deserved. But before you lynch me, strap me to an electric chair, and burn me at the stake, just pull up a chair. Hear me out. The idea is to have a crossover event that spans several years in 3 different comics. The first one deals with the aftermath of Peter's death, with Uncle Ben, Aunt May, Jonah Jameson, and others investigating who killed Peter. 5 years later, in another comic, there is a mysterious Spider-Woman, and many others trying to figure out who she is. Is it Gwen Stacy, or Mary Jane, or someone else? And in the present day, there is a Spider-Man, but no one knows who he is and if he's responsible for Peter's death. Why would I want to do this? When Peter Parker is Spider-Man and Spider-Man is Peter Parker, you can't have one without the same. Make no mistake, the two are at the heart of this story, and as the story progresses, we're going to see how important it is to have a real identity of Peter Parker, even in tragedy. This will start as a murder mystery and culminate in a fresh retake on Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man. If you're interested in more content like this, in the next few videos, I will actually dive further into the first issue of how we are going to solve this murder mystery.